Hi guys, welcome back to the Avoiding Broke podcast with me, Leanne.
Me, Jermaine.
And we've also got little Theo here with us for this special Christmas episode.
Hey. So guys, look, today we just wanted to spend a little bit of time, just before we wish you Merry Christmas, just to reflect on the number one lesson that we've really learned this year that we want to try and take forward into next year. I think probably very much investing focused. I think it will just be one lesson from me, one from Leanne, and then, we're going to try and use that as the foundation of what we do next year going forward. So then, what would you say is the thing that you want to most take forward into your plans for 2021?
So it would be, I think, learning widely. And I think that's been so beneficial this year to actually think creatively, think widely, and just keep learning kind of across the spectrum of investing and trying to look for opportunities where they exist. And I definitely want to take that into next year.
Okay, cool. All right, so I think let's just kind of look into that a little bit more, right? So you're saying learning widely. Can you just give some examples of the kind of things that you're learning and what it's really like, what it's really doing for you? Because you can easily just sit down and read books all day and learn for learning's sake. So what really are you getting at in terms of that knowledge and its application?
So what we're thinking about here is I'm kind of learning from people who look at kind of the macro economy and how that works in kind of its totality, and then what that means for people day to day, learning about property investing, trying to learn more about cryptocurrencies, trying to kind of think about the stock market and how that works. So I really feel like I'm just trying to look widely across things, and not saying that I'll be kind of investing as widely, but just to have that understanding of kind of what's going on around, and then taking it up to that macro focus we've been talking about, and how the actual trying to learn about how the economy works and how central banks work and what kind of underpins all of that. Okay.
Interesting approach. And I think in some respects it maybe contrasts a little bit with how I think, which is maybe why we hopefully make quite a good team. So for me personally, right, I almost don't care too much about the kind of really broad brush learning as a focus. It almost feels like it's just something that it kind of happens. But what I do care about is really looking for value in different places. I think what's interesting is if you've got two people who look at the same opportunity, whatever it may be it property or crypto or whatever, you can easily have a very, very nuanced response to that same investment opportunity. And so no two people look at the same opportunity in the same way. And you can be kind of broadly positive about crypto's appeal. And you can have a 1 out of 10 positivity rating versus a 3 out of 10 positivity rating. Yes. But the difference, that difference of 2, I think is where there's a lot of value that can really be generated. Because, what you might see in that difference of 2 in terms of your understanding, in terms of your risk appetite, in terms of the way in which you are really trying to push your progress, for me is what's making me uncomfortable. It's what's pushing me to try and be a bigger risk taker in some respects, but also what's pushing me to kind of think more like a person who is seeking out value and upside as well as managing risk. I think you become a little bit braver with some things, and I think you're probably going to win a lot more. And when you win, you're going to win bigger.
Yes.
So I'm going to be going on the offensive. I won't be learning, I'll be doing, and then Mrs. G will be learning, and then she'll probably correct a lot of my doing. So
Influencing the doing.
There we go.
I think that's what makes us such a good team, though.
Hopefully. Guys, but it's a good lesson, right? Because you hear a lot of very sophisticated investors talk about the importance of having a strong team. And you need strong players who do different roles to basically make up that team that you are part of. But you can also see that if you're investing as part of a couple or a family unit, you need complementary skills. Because no one person is going to be right. You need different skills to look at the same problem in different ways, think through the different angles, and then you would need to be united on the willingness to take the risk.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Because if you don't have a willingness to execute, you're never going to do anything.
I completely agree, and I think that's why we work so well, because...
Hopefully.
Yeah. I think you're definitely focused on the doing.
Hopefully. So look, guys, we're going to leave it there and wish you all a very, very, very Merry Christmas. We've really loved the journey for Avoiding Broke this year. It's been unbelievable. We hope all of you, yourselves, your families are all very well looked after. If you've got youngsters, you can see our little one peeking through there. We hope your youngsters do really well and are in great health. And we look forward to seeing you in 2021.
We really do. Thank you so much for coming on the journey, guys.
All right, guys. Until then, Merry Christmas and see you in 2021.
Yes. Merry Christmas.
Take care, everyone.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
You going to wave bye?
Bye.
Bye-bye, guys.